Hey guys, this is Nick Wigley with TTJC Martial Arts. Today we're going over Taegeuk Ee-Jang or Taeguek Form 2. Let's get into it today. Taegeuk Ee-Jang is not much different than Taegeuk Il-Jang that we covered in our last video, with it having walking stances, front stances, low blocks, inside blocks, tie blocks, punch and reverse punch, and front snap kicks. With this form, we introduce a high punch and a spin into this form. And we're going to jump into those now. A high punch is simply not much different than the middle punch. It's just the angle in which you're punching. When I do a middle punch, I'm aiming for the chest, specifically the sternum and the chest. So when I punch, I want to make sure that it's in my center line. So if I had a laser coming from the middle of my chest, going out, it lines up with the middle of my two knuckles. And the same is true for the high punch. All I'm doing is raising the angle. So now, if there's a laser going from my nose straight out to that line, it should meet that. It is important, just like with any technique we do, that we execute this technique with good form, balance, and explosiveness. So we should hear a snap in our uniform. The spin is the next part, and this one's a little more confusing. So we're going to really break this one down. When I spin, I want to be able to pivot on my lead foot. Just like if I'm doing any spinning technique, like a back kick or a spinning back fist, I want to be able to pivot on that lead foot when I turn. So we're going to start with a front stance. Step one is I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to start to turn my heels in the direction I want to go. So in this form, I'm going to turn my heels this way. From here, I'm turning my head to spot my target, and I will take my rear leg and step through, making sure my toes point in the direction I am now trying to move in. I will pivot my heels in the direction I look to go. I will turn my head to spot my target. I will step with the back leg, now becoming my new lead leg, to make sure that I am moving in the direction that I'm now intending to go in. In sparring or in kickboxing, when I'm looking to do a spinning technique, I will make sure that again, just like this, I will point my heels in the direction that I want to go. If you notice, my feet are separated. The line between my legs here, I want to keep that line clear. So now, when I bring my rear leg around in my spin, I should be able to clear over that line. So I start to move not straight, but a little sideways. So those are the two new things that are introduced in Taegeuk Ee-Jang. Now, let's start practicing Taegeuk Ee-Jang. We're going to start with the bow. Chut. Okay. 준비. Taegeuk Ee-Jang. 시작. We're going to turn to our left with our left foot forward, executing a left hand low block. Remember, this is a walking stance. I now do a right foot forward front stance, executing a right middle punch. I'm going to turn 180 degrees to my right in a walking stance with a right hand low block. And I'm going to step into a left foot front stance, executing a left middle punch. Now, turn 90 degrees to your left in a walking stance with a right hand inside block. Remember, these are going to be walking stances. And I'm going to step forward my right foot and execute a left hand inside block or left hand middle block. From here, I'm going to turn 90 degrees to my left, executing a left hand low block, and we're in a left foot forward walking stance. I'm going to do a right foot front snap kick into a front stance with a right hand high punch. I turn 180 degrees to my right foot forward walking stance, right hand low block. I'm going to do a left foot front snap kick in a front stance and finish with a high punch with my left hand. Now, I turn 90 degrees to my left foot forward. I'm going to do a left high block, walking stance. Now I step forward, walking stance with my right foot, and do a right hand high block. From here, I'm going to do my spin, turning to my right. So I'm going to pivot on my right foot so I have my left foot forward in a walking stance. From here, as I do this, I'm going to do a right hand inside block. Now I turn 180 degrees to my right, and I'm going to do a left hand inside block with my right foot forward. Notice I take my foot and I step over to do that. Now, from here, we're almost done. We have to go back to where we started. So I'm going to turn 90 degrees to my right with a left foot forward walking stance. And I'm going to do a left hand low block. Now from here, I'm going to show you this part forward, and then I will start back to where I was so you can see the rest of it. But from this left hand low block, it's very simple. I'm going to do a right leg front kick, right middle punch, then a left foot front snap kick, left middle punch, then a finish with another right leg front snap kick, and key up with a right hand middle punch. Hop! So what that looks like from here is this. Hop! And baro. Remember, we pivot on that right foot to spin, into ready, and bow. So that's Taegeuk Ee-Jang. All together, it's going to look like this. Chut, kie, 준비, Taegeuk Ee-Jang, 시작! Baro. I hope you guys enjoyed Taegeuk Ee-Jang, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.